with your best shot. Get it?
Who would have thought that a game company, at its inception, consisting of only two 2-year-olds working on a PC port of Nintendo's Punch-Out in their basement, would have become one of the largest and most influential game companies in the world? Hi, I'm Nathan Jebby, and this is Rodrigo Paez, and we're presenting about a company known as Naughty Dog. We'll be discussing their long and successful 30-year history as a game company, their presence as a juggernaut in the industry, and their future goals and ambitions that I personally am very excited about. I'll now hand it over to Rodrigo Paez, and he will take you through the long history of Naughty Dog.
So, according to the history, or also according to the IGN article called Rising to Greatness, the History of Naughty Dog, they started off as a small company called Jam Systems. But in 1989, they changed their name to Naughty Dog, but they didn't gain notoriety until 1994 when they were acquired by the Sun Entertainment Company. 2 years later, they published their first game called Crash Bandicoot in the PlayStation 1. And they did actually 2 more sequels for this game. They added 2 sequels to this game. Then in 1999, they stopped this trilogy from games from Crash Bandicoot, and they kept on going for the PlayStation 2 on this game here called Jak and Daxter. You may recognize it. It's one of the best games for the PlayStation 2, considered in history for this Sun Entertainment. They also added 2 more sequels to this, but they kept the momentum going, and all the games they kept coming out from Naughty Dog, they were considered the best. On the PlayStation 3, they came out with Uncharted, and I put this Uncharted 2 here in the cover. There are also 3 games right now, because number 2 won over 200 Game of the Year awards. And finally, at the end of the PlayStation 3 era, they came out with this game called The Last of Us, which also won more than 200 of the Year awards. So I'm going to pass it back up to Nathan so he can talk about the future and the present.
Presently, they are considered one of the juggernauts in the industry. With over 400 total Game of the Year awards, it's easy to see why. The studio has been divided into 2 studios. One is working on the upcoming Uncharted 4 Thief's End, which I am very excited about. The other is working on an unannounced project that, unfortunately, there's no information at this time. Leave me have leaked. Now, the present isn't as interesting as the future projects of Naughty Dog. And with this, I'll hand off to Rodrigo Paez, and he will discuss the future of Naughty Dog.
So in the future, there's the Uncharted 4 official announcement. They already announced it, as Nathan said. It's one of the biggest games, and most of the people that use this PlayStation 4 console are waiting for this game. They also have another game coming up. It is unannounced, so we don't actually know the name of this one. And besides these 2 games, there's also a movie coming up in 2016 from this Uncharted series that will add more users and more fans to this company. And in the future, what we believe is that they're going to stay in Sony because they've let them go around, do the games they wanted to do, and improve the way no other company in gaming history has improved. So at the end, I'm going to pass it up to Nathan so he can conclude the presentation and part with some important words.
From their inception as only 2 12-year-olds working in their basement on a Punch-Out board, they grew into one of the largest and considered one of the best game companies in the world. They have persevered for over 30 years, something very few game companies can lay claim to. Not only have they persevered, they have prospered. With over 400 Game of the Year awards, it's easy to see why they're so well respected. Me and Rodrigo are personally very, very excited for their future projects. And I hope through this presentation, we have made you just as excited as well. Thank you so much for your time, and we hope you enjoyed our presentation. Now, are there any questions?